Rich, I know Don Kelly in his big league time played for, obviously who you worked for a long time, and Jim Leland early on in his career. They overlapped with the Tigers. I'm not quite sure, and if you could enlighten us how familiar you are with Don Kelly and to your best knowledge, just kind of describe, him as a baseball guy and how maybe you think, what kind of philosophies and stuff that he believes in and stuff like that.
Well, number one, and I know Donnie very well, he's a great, great human being. And that's, to me, that goes a long way for me and how your boss is going to be. Great, great man. Been in baseball a long time. Was in player development with the Tigers. He's coached, he's played. He knows the game. He knows the game inside and out. And I think, and the thing I like about Donnie is that I think he knows how to talk to players. Modern day, old school, Donnie knows how to communicate because he was one of those players who was a bench player. He wasn't a star, and that goes a long way. Back to Jim, he played for Jim. He saw how Jim touched every guy on the team at some point. The 25th player, the 24th player, Jim used to take him in the outfield, talk to him. He'd ask him, about their family and stuff, just to have a line of communication open for him. And I think anybody who was with Jim for a long period of time, and Donnie was, that he's going to take, now he's not going to be Jim Leland. I don't think he's going to smoke 3 packs of Marlboros a day. But I think a lot of what he has learned from Jim, he has incorporated into his style. But in the end, he has to be himself. And like I say, he's a good baseball man. He's been in baseball for almost over 20 years. He knows the ins and outs. He, like I say, being a bench player, a lot of times in baseball, one of your best managers and coaches are guys who were bench players because they have an understanding. Going back to Jim Leland, he's a backup catcher. He understood what it's like to get sent down. He understood what it's like to get released. He understood that every day you come out to the ballpark, as a manager, you're going to have not a problem, but you're going to have a fire you got to put out. Somebody's going to be unhappy. You're not going to have 25 players happy every day. And I think Donnie's one of those guys that he's going to have a feel of every guy. Do I need to talk to this guy? Do I need to talk to that guy? Maybe, maybe Reynolds goes, 12 for 13. You don't have to talk to him. He's fine. He's good. Maybe this guy over here, maybe, Gonzalez or Hayes is struggling. Maybe you have to spend some time with him. Maybe you have to talk to Henry Davis. That is a talent that I think that if you are around Jim Leland, you incorporate that into your style.
How much of this experience for Don Kelly is realistically, do you think, an audition for him, come the offseason to be maybe seriously or legitimately considered to take this team over full time?
Well, he's probably, a lot of guys, they say, the goal wasn't to be a manager, whatever. But once you get the chance, yeah, you want to prove to the people that hired you that, hey, I'm the guy for this job. And knowing Donnie, he's a great baseball man. He's a great mind, knows what's going on. And I think down deep, he probably says to himself, hey, if I can turn this thing around a little bit, I'll show these people that I can run a big league team. And but you don't go out there every day and go, hey, I'm going to show them I'm the manager. No, you just be yourself, do what you do, and that's usually good enough. And like I say, he's talented, he's smart, he qualifies, he's a Pittsburgh kid, and he understands the tri-state area, and he understands the fans, how upset they are for the last years or whatever. And then, of course, this year, he understands that. And he's a blue-collar guy, like I say, but at the same time, down deep, I think he wants to prove. I mean, he don't have anything to prove to anybody. He's a good baseball man. Everybody knows that. And he's going to be judged. Unfortunately, in baseball, if you're the manager, you're judged on your team, on how many wins and losses you have. In all sports, that's just the way it works.
Yep.
I think in basketball, as the Denver Nuggets, they're in the playoffs, they fired their coach.
Yeah.
They fired him a month ago. So, but I think if there's some market it, improvement, and if the organization sees that, hey, this guy here knows how to communicate, we're playing better, we're not making mistakes, these fundamental mistakes, maybe this is a guy we want to lead our team. And, right now, I think Donnie's going to be an excellent choice. Again, how the team plays will probably dictate his future.